Bryan Kohberger is poised to plead guilty to the November 2022 murders of 4 University of Idaho students, according to a recently revealed plea agreement. The arrangement would have him receive 4 consecutive life sentences, plus up to 10 years for burglary, while dodging the death penalty, thus bypassing the August trial. His change of plea hearing is scheduled for July 2 in Boise. Family reactions split. The news has split the victims' families. Kaylee Gonkov's parents have vocally opposed the deal, calling it rushed and accusing prosecutors of ignoring their input. Steve Gonkovs said the state failed us and lamented being notified only by email hours before. His daughter Aubrey called the agreement shocking and cruel, asserting the system failed the victims. Similarly, Xana Kernoval's aunt, Kim Kernoval, criticized prosecutors for opting to avoid trial despite having evidence to secure a conviction. She believes the families deserve a proper voice in justice proceedings. In contrast, Ethan Chapin's mother, Stacy Chapin, supports the plea, viewing it as a path to closure. She plans to attend the upcoming hearing in support of the agreement. Legal landscape and rights. Under Idaho law, victims do have the right to be informed and speak during plea proceedings, but lack authority to veto a deal. Prosecutors maintain that they consulted the families before extending the offer, insisting the plea is in the interest of justice, given trial risks like mistrial or hung jury, and the emotional toll prolonged litigation would entail. Judge Stephen Hippler wields discretion to accept or reject the agreement, though such rejections are rare. The hearing will determine whether Kohberger enters his guilty plea and formally steps into sentencing. Case details and evidence. Kohberger, 30, a former PhD student in criminology at Washington State University, was arrested on December 30, 2022, after months-long scrutiny. Authorities tied his DNA to the knife sheath found at the crime scene, matched cell phone records placing him in the area, and surveillance footage of his white Hyundai Elantra. Documents also show attempts to contact victims on social media in the weeks leading up to the murders. Initially charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary and facing a potential death sentence, Kohberger pleaded not guilty in 2023. The plea deal's effect. Under the agreement, Kohberger will serve life without parole for the murders and up to 10 years for burglary, while also forfeiting appeal rights. Prosecutors cite seizure of the plea as a more reliable path to justice than a trial, highlighting the possibility of hung juries or prolonged appeals. Legal analysts have noted the deal is a dramatic reversal from the prosecution's earlier intent to seek death. Nima Rahmani, a defense attorney, said an acquittal was unlikely given the abundance of physical evidence, calling the plea a huge win for Kohberger. Victims' families seek input. Despite opposition from several family members, prosecutors insist they engage with families before cracking the deal. Nevertheless, Kaylee's father and others say the plea was finalized without meaningful consultation and that it undermines their chance to relay what justice means to them. Steve Gonkovs requested extra conditions, such as a full confession and surrender of the murder weapon's location, but those additions were rejected on ethical grounds. Prosecutors offered to provide a summary of evidence at the hearing and schedule victim impact statements at sentencing. What's next? The change of plea hearing is set for July 2. If accepted, the August trial will be canceled and sentencing is expected in late July. Meanwhile, the Gonkovs family has pledged to challenge the deal and press for greater accountability, arguing the agreement lets Kohberger continue existing while robbing the victims of a full reckoning. Chapin's family maintains their support for the plea, seeing it as the most realistic path forward. Wider implications. The case underscores tensions within the criminal justice system, balancing victims' rights with prosecutorial discretion, weighing the emotional burden of trials, and navigating irreversible decisions made behind closed doors. It also illustrates the limited power families hold. Despite Idaho's constitutional guarantee to be informed, ultimate decisions lie with prosecutors and judges. As the hearing approaches, Idaho's legal spotlight remains fixed on the intersection of evidence, equity, and closure.